chat, remember to guard the privacy. Cool. Fine. Okay. Anna. Okay. All right. I really hope that this works. Boom, 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 boom. One. Okay. I. Good morning. Hi, Clementine. Yo, I had to think about it. I was like, good morning. Good afternoon from my side. Mara, hi. How are you doing? Hi, Clementine. I'm just gonna give everybody a few more minutes to just join before we get started. I know it's Easter weekend for you guys, long weekend, so maybe the timing wasn't so good. Mara, I'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just a few more minutes. It's what? It's 4 minutes past 5. Well, on my side, 4 minutes past 10 SA time. So yeah, it's still early. It's still early. Okay. Hi. Clementine, it looks like it's just you and I today. I'm gonna give it like up until 10 past 10. Hopefully by 10 past people do come. If not, then I guess we'll cancel today's live. But yeah. Clementine, how was your day? How are things? Get a long weekend to go away in South Africa. So what are your plans for the long weekend? Hi, 100% true. Mara, you have to tell me your name because 100% true is not your name. So what is your name? And thank you. I'm gonna look down so I can pick up your notes on here. I'm super great from your side. How's your Easter? Yo, guys, I don't even know. I don't think they celebrate Easter here, to be honest. At least where I am and in my school, yeah. Well, we went to school today. We working. It's not a public holiday. So Easter in South Korea, not so much. But I'm glad to hear that you are doing great, Clementine. So glad. So we are on 4 so far. I'm going to give it a few more minutes before we can get into the QA section of things. Just a few more minutes. Hi, Miss Rosie. Thank you so much. How are you? Guys, what are your plans for the long weekend? What are you guys getting up to? Any trips planned? Or are we staying indoors? I have no plans. I'm at work this week. Ish. I skis. See, Miss Rosie, I skis. What work do you do if you're working on the long weekend? What work do you do? Yo, guys, if I must be honest, this is my first live. My first live. So thank you guys. At least I can say I've done a live. And next time round, it will just go. Nail tech. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Love it. Love it. I just got my first set of nails done here in Korea. And yo, guys, the experience. So I get to the nail place and I obviously say Jalish. So she understands, okay, this girl wants to do Jalish. She was happy to have me. She kept saying, first foreigner. So when I thought about it, I'm like, oh, she means it's the first time foreigner comes to get their nails done. So I was like, okay, cool. I asked how much, and then she says 3. So I'm like, 3,001? And she says yes. So 3,001 is like 15 rand. In my mind, I'm like, okay, is it that cheap? But anyways, let's go with it. Clement, you have no plans. So anyways, she says 3,001. So I'm like, 3,001, that's affordable. So 1,001 is like 11 rand. So she says 3,001 and she says yes. So cool. There I am getting my nails done. I tell her the color and then she does the artwork. Then when it's time to pay, I'm like, okay, how much in total? So then she writes it down and the number is 58,001, which is, let me give it to you in dollars. 58. So that is $47 in rands. 689 rand. So to do Jalish, 689 rand. I was shook. So that's what happens when you don't have your translator app and the miscommunication between two people. Because she said 3-1. So I was like, 3,001? And she says, yes. Khantino, she meant 30,000 for basic Jalish. And then because I added the nail art, 689 rand. So $47. I was shocked. But I do like them. You would get it for $10. Snap, guys, $10. Let me see. I'm converting to rands. So 146 rand in Kenya. Now that's a good price. That is a good price, Miss Rosie. I would pay that every month to get my nails done. But this 689 rand, no, it's fine. I would rather buy the jalish and all the equipment to do my own. But anyways, guys, it is 11 minutes past 10 if you're in South Africa. So let's get into the Q&A. Please do send through your questions. I am ready. Send them through and then I'll be answering as we go along. And if you've just joined us, hi! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Annah and we're doing a live Q&A. So yeah, guys, please do send through your questions. I think let's get started. And I can do your nails. Okay, cool. I will hold you to that, Miss Rosie. I will hold you to that. And I actually do want to visit African countries because I haven't traveled much and I really want to do this traveling thing, and Korea was the start. So please do send through your questions. Hi to those of you that have just joined. Yeah, Clementine, it is expensive. 689 rand. Yeah, no. Had I knew that from the get-go, there's no way I would have done that. 689, $47. No ways. No ways. No ways. While we wait for some questions to come through, I guess let me tell you how I'm finding this teaching in South Korea so far. Okay, wait. Sunny just sent a question. Hi, which airline did you travel with and how much was your bag allowance? So I flied through Emirates. So from Emirates to Doha was Emirates, and then Doha to Bangkok was also Emirates. And from Bangkok to Seoul, it was Asian Airlines, yes. The bag allowance, it was 300, it was 23 or 24 kilograms, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it was difficult trying to get my 2 suitcases to 30 kilograms each. As for how is Korea treating me, hi Emily. It is, you know what, it's great. It's not, you know, the many videos that I've watched, people have been talking about there's a big culture shock this, culture shock that, and it's a huge change. But for me, it feels somewhat normal. And I'm saying normal because I have been living on my own with my sister for the past 2.5 years before coming here. So I was used to not being with my family and not staying with my mom full time, not seeing her every day. So I was already used to living on my own. So moving here, it's the same experience for me. I am living on my own. So it's been okay settling in here. I've had really helpful co-teachers. So when you come to teach in South Korea, you teach alongside a Korean teacher if you're lucky. Other times, depending on the school, there isn't a Korean teacher. But the teacher I was assigned has been amazing. She's shown me around places, helped me set up my bank accounts, helped me get my alien residence card. But yeah, so it's been helpful to have really friendly people at my school. It's helped the transition. So it's been great. So far, so good. And then the other question, what grades do I teach? So I've been assigned to 2 schools, an elementary school, and I teach grade, what grade is it again? Grade 3 to grade 6. So I teach them during the day. I teach 4 days a week at the elementary school. I do also teach after school English for elementary. So I'll have after school English for grade 1 to grade 6. At my second school, which is middle school, I teach first grade middle school and second grade middle school, which is grade 7 and grade 8. And then I do also do after school for them. Next question. Hi Anna, my first question is, I have an advanced diploma in internal auditing, so will I be eligible to come teach if possible? Clementine, with the advanced diploma, I do know before EPIC wasn't taking teachers with an advanced diploma, they wanted a degree, but I do recall seeing a post say that's changed. But I will double check for you and then come back to you and let you know on that one. Sunny, so many stops, yes. So it was 3 stops to fly here. Clementine, how are you finding the food? So initially on the flight to Seoul, to South Korea, that last flight, the food was nice except the kimchi. I found it bitter and spicy and sour. It just didn't make sense to cook cabbage in that way, so I didn't enjoy it. But the other food was nice. They had the rice, there was cream chicken and veggies on the flight, which was nice. Then I got to quarantine, and quarantine food, yeah, it was not amazing. It was awful. Most of the time I didn't finish it. I ended up throwing most of it out, so I didn't enjoy it. I don't know if it's because it was made bulk and quarantine, I don't know, but whoever they hired to make us food, yeah, no. But now I eat my lunches at school, and it's a full meal, guys. You get your rice, and there's, I say stew, so it's some sort of meat stew with veggies. Then they give you mixed veg or greens. Then you have a fruit, and then they'll give you a drink or a yogurt or something like that. So I do enjoy their lunches, and I actually like the kimchi at school compared to the kimchi on the flight. But yeah, so far the food is good. I'm enjoying it. Next question, what was the total cost of flight? So 100% true. It cost me 24,000. So it was, no, sorry, I'm saying 24. I bought for my sister and I. So it was 24,000. So 12,000 Rand each to fly to South Korea. Glad you're having a good experience. So happy for you. Thank you, Emily. And I really must say, big ups to you and Sba and you know, watching you guys, and Letty as well. So watching you guys and having your experience in China and South Korea and teaching abroad, I was like, okay, Anna, if they can do it, you can do it. There's nothing to be scared of. So initially I had all of these doubts of, what if I don't like it? What if I hate it? What if the language barrier is too much of an issue? What if I hate teaching? What if I hate the kids? But then I was like, aye man, Anna, they are doing it and they're having an amazing time. Obviously not all the time, but it was you guys sharing and being open with your experience that led me to do this. So thank you. Thanks, Letty. Thank you. Jacques, how are you, Jacques? I'm so happy for you both. I know you guys used to work out the side. Did you guys join a gym? Okay, let's talk about this gym thing. Since coming to my town, which is in Ansong, south of South Korea, it is a small town, guys. It's a rural town. So I haven't seen a gym here. There's not much. I should actually do a video showing you guys where I live in my area. There's not much in this area. So no Jacques, no gym for me. But I've just started doing home workouts, so at least I'm active. But when I visited my sister Jessica, she has a gym in her city. So I did see a gym there, but no, she hasn't signed up either. Are you teaching in Seoul? I'm not teaching in Seoul. I am teaching in Ansong. So it's a place called Ansong. It's in the province of Gayongi you guys, I don't know that name, but I'm in Ansong. It's in the south of South Korea, is where I am placed, living and teaching. Wait, so you and your sister both came through EPIC? Yes. So myself and my sister, we applied through EPIC and we both came here together. So we've had this experience together, which has been great. She's in a city that is 1 hour, 30 minutes away from me. So when we do want to visit each other, it's a bus trip away. The bus costs me 11 Rand to get to her and 11 Rand back, which is amazing. All right, please let me know with regards to the advanced diploma. Clementine, I promise I will get back to you on that one. You know, you and I will definitely get back to you. How's the treatment from other foreigners? Heard that the American expats are big-headed. With regards to the other foreigners, I did meet a few of the American foreigners during orientation and during quarantine, whenever we were in contact. I didn't have that experience with them. I found them to be very friendly and very open. So I didn't find them to be big-headed, but I haven't met that many yet. I spoke to, I think it was 2 or 3 that I was friends with during EPIC orientation and quarantine, and they were quite friendly. Clementine, Anna, how are your learners in class? Are they coping, and are you also coping? Yo, good question. Elementary school, I am coping. I've sort of found my groove, so I sort of know each grade what level I should be teaching them at, and I know what sort of games and activities work and don't work. For example, with my grade 5s, I had done a bingo activity. So there was a topic and I used bingo as a way for them to practice using English. And we played bingo and it didn't go so well. They ended up just crossing things out just in G. And it's either one, it was the language barrier thing where they didn't really understand the game, or 2, they just didn't like it. But I'm at the point where I know what works and doesn't work for my students in elementary. And I believe they are doing well, not all of them. I do have 2 specific students, one in grade 4 and one in grade 5, that aren't really engaged in my classes and they don't really interact, and they almost have like a straight face the whole time. So I struggle with those students. I'm struggling to sort of gauge them. I understand that it's because the English level is different. So you'll find that when you start teaching, not all your students are at the same level. You'll have some students that are at beginner, intermediate, and some advanced. The advanced, you'll probably get 1 or 2 students. And then trying to teach at a level that works for all of them is a little bit challenging, but I'm getting used to it. Grade 1 and 2, doing after school classes with them, I loathe, like I hate it, and I just saw them now. They don't know English. So here in South Korea, they start teaching English in grade 3. So my grade 1s and 2s, they don't know anything, and I'm struggling to teach them because I can't translate for them to tell them what it is in Korean. And even if I was to do a PowerPoint presentation, their reading is not so great. So I can't put the Korean word and the English word together so they know what it means. So I'm struggling with grade 1 and grade 2. I end up just doing colors. We do red, black, we do colors and lots of games and activities. Then middle school, my grade 7s. Grade 7s, another group I'm struggling with. Their English level is similar to the grade 5s that I teach at elementary. So they're also challenging, trying to, because at the same time, they feel that they're grown up and I shouldn't be teaching things like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. They want something at their level. So I'm struggling to find that. So those are my challenges with teaching at the moment. Let me not ramble. Next. Anna, how are your learners? And then True, do you see yourself staying there long term? I do see myself staying here long term. at the moment I'm like, and I just finish the year and then make a decision. But the way that I'm feeling and the experience I'm having so far, I'm enjoying teaching. I love the children. I love teaching. I'm at the point I'm thinking, okay, let me actually get my qualification in teaching. I'm not sure what that's gonna look like yet, but right now I do believe I'll stay a little bit longer. Sunny, I'm so glad you're doing well. You and Letty inspire me so much. Thank you. Clementine, I'm happy that you are not alone that side. You have your sister, which makes things a little bit easier. Yeah, it definitely helps to have her here. So, it also helps to have people that are experienced, such as your Letties and Emily's and so many other YouTubers and people on Instagram that are sharing their experiences that you can ask if you're stuck, learn from them. So it's helpful to have those people, as well as people that are also new when you start. So it's also nice to bounce off ideas of each other, or how's it going at your school? How's it going at your school? And compare things, which is also nice. True. How do you keep warm during winter? So when I arrived here, it was in February, and it's heading towards the end of winter. So I didn't really need to be that prepared for winter, but a lot of layering. So a lot of layering, and really thick warm jackets will get you by. But I haven't experienced being in the thick of it, like being in the winter, in the middle of it. So I will need to answer that question later. Next question. How do you keep warm? What was the original degree? So my original degree was a double major. So it was a Bachelor of Arts major in psychology and law. So I did psychology and law. How did you manage your finances the first few months? Yeah, I'm still in that first few months. So I arrived on the 14th of February 2022 is when I arrived in South Korea. So before coming, my agency told us to have 20,000 Rand for your first month here. And they say 20,000 because groceries, transport, you may need to pay utilities and maintenance, and anything else that you may want to do, get around, go see things or takeouts or whatever. So they said 20,000. On my side, I still haven't even used that whole 20,000. I'm gonna do a video on how much I've spent so far because I need to tally it. But what's been nice on my side is that my school is 5 minutes walk from where I stay. So I don't pay for transport. When it comes to food, I only eat one meal in my apartment once a day. So in the morning, I'll wake up, get ready, go to work, and my first meal will be at 12 o'clock, which is their lunch. Because their lunch is such a big meal, I found that when I ate in the morning, by the time their lunch came, I didn't have the stomach for it, the appetite for it. So I don't eat in the morning. I'll eat lunch at 12, and then I eat in the evening here in my apartment. So I'm also saving on groceries because I'm not eating 3 times a day, which has also been great. But we will do a finance video. Next, the cost of living, is it low? So True and Clementine, I will come back to these 2 questions with regards to the cost of living, and finances, because I haven't been paid yet here in South Korea. So I want to actually be paid and then go do a month's grocery, because I didn't do groceries for a month. I just bought every now and then when I needed something. And again, I only eat once a day in my apartment, but we'll do that in a separate video if that's okay. How do you keep yourself busy during weekends or during your spare time? So weekends, in the beginning, initially I was like, Anna, no, you haven't been paid, so you are not going to waste money and go out. Was my initial plan. I was like, you're not going anywhere. So it was just me staying in my apartment, recording YouTube videos, and then going for walks around my apartment just to see, not my apartment, but my building, to see where things are. If I wanted to do A, B, C, D, this is where you can do it. Or to see what can I do for fun on weekends. There's not much in this town of mine. There really isn't. When I asked my colleague, what can I do here on weekends? He said, you can hike, people hike, or you can go to the lake. What they do is they live here Monday to Friday. Then when it's weekend, they go to their cities. So they go to their hometown or home cities. So they live here because it's a little bit further. But once weekend comes, they go. Because for them, it's also like there's not much to do. It's a rural area. So yeah. But I do plan to start getting out more on the weekends. So tomorrow, my vice principal at the middle school has invited me to join them in Seoul. They will be going to a palace. I can't remember the name, but they're going to the palace in Seoul. So for a tour there for the day. So I'll spend time with them. Hopefully I can vlog, but that's what I'll be doing. So I plan to go and see different places while I'm here in South Korea. I said I wanted to travel, so the weekend is the time to do that. Then have other teachers been paid? Yes. So other teachers have been paid. So the problem with me is when you first come to Korea, during our EPIC orientation, they did tell us you guys need to go online to book for your alien residence card appointment. So you have to make an appointment to get that. I say ID in South Korea is how I view it. So to get your ID. So you do the appointment online. You then have to book the date that's available. So you'll book the date, and when that date comes, you go to the immigration office for them to apply for the card. The card is then only ready in 2 to 3 weeks. So majority of people, the earlier you get your date, the earlier you get your card. On my end, the earliest I can book was the 21st of March. But then my Korean teacher was like, sorry, I can't make it with you on that day. Let's move it later. So I only went at the end of March, and it actually arrived this week. It's too far to show you guys, but it did arrive. So I will be getting paid in May, because payday is on the 17th of April. And because I just received my card, my account won't be opened in time. So today's the 15th, so I'm late. So I'll get paid in May. What's your opinion on Korean culture? What I've really loved and about is the respect, the way that they respect one another. You know, the bowing 안녕하세요 when you see each other. Like at school, when I pass a teacher, or even when a student passes you, you don't just pass each other on the corridor. You greet one another. So the child will go 안녕하세요 and they keep walking, or I go 안녕하세요. Like, you greet each other everywhere you go. And I believe respect is I mean, guys, that's a great value. So that's what I really loved about them. That's one of the things that I've picked up about their culture. What else? I don't know if I can say this is culture, but I see that they dress more conservatively compared to the way that we dress in South Africa or America. So already I'm like, okay, so Anna, you won't see their shoulders out. And also the tops they wear, you won't have a deep V, got cleavage. Wow, guys. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've noticed that are different. But it's still early days for me, and being in a small town and all. But yeah, another thing that I've picked up about the people here is having a clean environment and caring about the environment. Recycling is very important. So the recycle here, it's very serious, and if you don't follow the recycling rules, you can get fined. I did get no, not me, my sister got a warning. So yeah, it's serious. And every morning on my way to work, I always see there's this old lady. She's always walking around and she's picking up the rubbish off the floor. And it's not like it's a lot of rubbish. Sometimes it's just like a cigarette stub, but I see her picking these things up. So living in a clean environment is important to them. And recycling. So are you earning a high salary because you're working in the remote area? Yes. So if you are placed in a rural area compared to a city, rural area, you do get paid more compared to a city. You guys can go onto the Epic website to see how much. And then also your experience, qualification, how many schools. So I do also get paid extra because I'm placed at 2 schools instead of just 1. So it's an allowance to work at a second school. Yay, please do mini vlog if possible. I will try and vlog tomorrow with this whole palace trip to Seoul. Yeah, I will do that for you guys. Hopefully I can and it's not a problem. You know, filming, yeah, I don't know yet, but I'll try. Seems like here is a peaceful country. It is safe to walk alone, or is there no crime? I agree with you. The impression I got that it is peaceful, that it is safe for me to walk around. So when you take out your rubbish, you can only take out your rubbish from 8 o'clock p.m. So at 8 at night, that's when I take my rubbish out, and I felt pretty safe to do that at that time. As for, is there no crime? I think it would be naive of me to say there is no crime. I'm sure there is. I mean, I live really close to a police station, so it's there for a reason. There must be some sort of crime. But I do feel safe compared to how I felt in South Africa. Guys, go high. Like, I couldn't walk late at night on my own. And then on top of that, being female. But yeah. How's their music? I know we South Africans love Amapiano. Yeah, never. The music here is different. It's different. I don't even know how to explain it because at the same time, I don't understand what they're saying. So it makes it even worse. But I watch K-drama. So I don't know if you watch K-drama. If you watch K-drama, the music is on there. Or the BTS, they're really big here. K-pop. Give those a listen. It will tell you how the music is. I guess your own impression of it. Yeah. On my side, I always play my own South African music. So yeah. How are the locals' treatment of foreigners? How have they treated me here? So outside of my school, whenever I go to the local convenience store or supermarkets, or I'm just walking around, I find that people initially, they looked like surprised and intrigued to see me. I think it's because the Korean teacher kept telling me that I'm the first proper, she said proper foreigner, because the last English teacher was Korean. So she's from America, but she was Korean. So she's like, they didn't really get an experience of a foreign teacher because she was Korean. So you are the first foreigner here. And it's not just in the school, outside of the school, when I walk into the store, I can see that, okay, this person is now watching me walk around in their store. And it's not like in a bad way or to be rude or they're thinking I'm stealing. Like, that's not what it is. It's more like, oh, wow, she's black and we're intrigued. She's a foreigner. I wonder where she comes from, that sort of thing. But they are friendly. They don't, in a rural area, you'll find that you're not going to find much people that speak English. The English, yeah. So make sure you've got your Papago app to translate, and if it's not working, a whole lot of gestures. Use gestures and learn the basics, the yeses and nos and hello. I still need to learn how to say how much. Okay, anyway, I'm babbling. But yeah, the locals have been treating me really well. The one day I went to the supermarket and came back with a taxi, and I had a whole lot of shopping. There was an old couple walking past, and they stopped to help me. So they helped me carry my things up to my apartment, which was really nice of them. Oh my gosh, you have a beautiful soul. Thank you. Heard that Koreans are typically skinny. Yeah, I know they are skinny. And to the point where, okay, I'm gonna say this, but like, they have no ass. Abana marao, guys. It's just flat, flat. And then I'm like, yo, and then you have me. And I'm so conscious of it at school also. Because it's like the way that they dress, you can't really see like their whole body shape. Like their clothes aren't tight. They like very loose. And in South Africa, at least the way I used to dress was very different. I would wear like the skirt or dress that would hug my curves. You would see I've got curves. Here, they're very skinny. And they, on top of that, they dress very loosely, baggy things that aren't so tight and hugging their body. At least here where I'm staying. So it's a different way of dressing. And I'm really like, yo, I'm gonna need to just change my style just a little. Are you able to speak Korean language, or you're getting there day by day? Yo, I keep saying it would be better if I knew Korean and I learn. So I've downloaded an app called You Talk. Actually, what led me to downloading it is I got emailed and they were like, hi, we would really love to do a collab with you, a collaboration. So it's more like an affiliate program. So it's an app where you can learn various languages. So for me, it would be learning Korean. So they've given me access to it and I'm just testing it out. But if I actually, I'm not gonna talk to you guys about learning Korean using that app if I don't actually do it and get to a level where I'm like, okay, Kale, you're doing this thing, you're learning Korean. So before that, I'm not gonna come on camera and tell you guys about it and rave about it. What's the point? But what I do know is I know how to say hello. So it's 안녕 하세요. Goodbye is 안녕히 가세요. Please is 부탁해요. 1 il, 2 e, 3 sam, 10 shub. Car is 자동차. So I know a few words I'm learning. I'm trying to learn every day. People keep saying learn how to write. It's easy to, the Korean alphabet is easy. So I started doing that. So I can read a few words, but at the same time, like, okay, I can read that says uwi, which is milk. But before learning the translation, I was like, uwi, what is uwi? So anyway, yeah. Apparently South Korean women lose interest in brothers once apparently South African women lose interest in brothers once they once they land in Korea. When you say brothers, I'm assuming you're talking about our South African brothers. I haven't lost interest yet because guys here in Korean, guys, the only people I'm seeing here guys wise are Korean guys, and they can't understand me, and they're all wearing masks. So this is all I'm seeing every day, all day. Talking about wearing masks, every time we go to lunch, so when we eat lunch, all the teachers and the students, we all eat in one cafeteria together. And when the students don't have their masks, I'm like, huh? You look like that? Because I only see their eyes every day. And in my mind, I've pictured them looking a certain way. And then they take the mask off and I'm like, yeah? Is that you? So it's so weird. I assume they have the same experience when I take mine off. But yeah, we'll get on to the guys later on, once I've experienced South Korea more and got into cities. Apparently, will you leave the live up for later? Yes, I would love to leave it up for later, just so that those that couldn't make this time or today can still benefit from some of the questions that you guys had asked. So thank you for the questions that you guys have sent through. Yeah, no, thank you guys. I really do appreciate all the questions that you have sent through. Is there anything else, any other burning questions that you guys have for me before we close off this video, this live, sorry? Any other questions? I'll just give you guys a few more seconds. But I must say, if you are considering coming to teach English abroad, I really must say that make sure that when you come here to really have a full experience and a great experience, in my opinion, come here with an open mind. Make sure that you're flexible and you can easily adapt to changes, because here they speak about the Korean surprise. They call it the Korean surprise. So sometimes things just happen. For example, they'll come to you and say you have a class and you didn't know you had it, you didn't plan, and you sort of have to just get with it. I haven't had that, but that's what I hear some people talk about. But yeah, make sure that you come here with an open mind. Okay, let me get to the questions. Masks can be deceiving. Masks are really deceiving. Like I saw with the kids. Busy waiting for my deco process to complete. My biggest worry is that you'd be taken by a Korean man. True. A Korean man. I know. I think we don't need to worry about that right now. You know what? It's in your favor because I'm in the small cities. I'm in the small town. I doubt I'm going to meet a Korean guy here who can also communicate with me. You are. So no, I think we're good on that worry. Yeah. Any other questions, you guys? Oh, and true, all the best with your deco process, and all of you guys applying. I really just wish you all of the best. Hang in there. It's a long, I mean, guys, it's a 6-month application. So all the best. Hang in there. Persevere. You got this. Yes, I am single. I love all your content. Look forward to many more. Thank you, Sunny. I just really wanted to give you guys content that's helpful if you were to, come here to South Korea to teach English or to work abroad, or you're thinking about it. I really just wanted to give you guys content that is relevant and can help you along. But yeah, I know I've done a whole lot of epic application things. I do want to start getting into more of the vloggy things so you guys can see me, see what it looks like here and things to do, things like that. Also, like how to catch a bus. Yo, guys, the first time I took a bus, it was scary because I got lost. So it was an experience. But anyway, I figured it out now. But things like that. So I will do a video on, what to do trying to get a bus, how to do so, how to go buy, grocery shopping, so you guys can see how much do groceries cost and things like that. I want to do those type of videos as well, and maybe going shopping for clothing in South Korea, especially for school, or maybe do a video showing you guys what I wear Monday to Friday to school. But whatever videos that you guys want, you guys know, comment, I'll get to it. I love all the content. Thank you, Clementine. I really appreciate you. You and I, we're going to get to those questions. Between you and True, you guys know. You guys are always there in my comment section. So I will definitely be coming back to you on that question about the advanced diploma. You see, I haven't forgotten. What do I miss most about South Africa? What I miss most? Guys, what I miss most? It's my mom, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not the food. Um, it's not even the snacks. But I must say, on the snacks wise, snacks here are more on the sweeter side. So if you enjoy your salty snacks, hi, Korea's not it, eh? Here they have a mixture. It's either sweet or it's sweet and salty together. But just salty. But yeah, I really miss my mom. My mom and I, we are very close. And this year she's actually retired. So bumabaile high, and yeah. So with her retiring, and I know that she's in Kopolokwane and in that house on her own. So yeah, one of the biggest things I miss about South Africa is bumabaka, guys, my mom. So South African best do the most. Ooh, Sunny, your question. It says, so South African vests do the most. Just rephrase it for me there. I'm not sure what the question is. Clementine, so the only mode of transport is bus. There are no Bolt, taxis, and Ubers. Girl, there are definitely Ubers. They call it cacao taxi. So I use a cacao taxi to go visit my sister, and it cost me 240 rand. So it's like Uber. There's an app, you call it, and it comes to your location. So it was 240 rand. Coming back, I was like, let me try out the bus, and it cost me 11 rand. So the bus is cheaper. Like, yay, you will save. Take the bus. So there's buses, your cacao taxis, so your taxis. There is also the subway, but I haven't used the subway yet. I probably will use it when I visit my friend Kristen. So I think she's 4 hours away. I'll probably use a subway to go visit her, or when we plan a trip. So we are planning to go somewhere, the 3 of us. So it will be nice. I'll probably use the subway. But anyway, I'll tell you about that when it comes. So you and sister left your mom. Yeah, the two of us decided to move to South Korea to do this teaching, and left my mom. So you can imagine, true, that's why I'm saying the biggest thing that I miss is my mother. But yeah, it wasn't easy leaving her. I mean, I remember like delayed, guys, delayed. But so go high, so she's there, but she lives on her own property on her own. But my grandmother's there, my aunt is there, and her children, uncle. So there is other family there. Just in her house, she lives alone. But yeah, but I speak to her every day, almost every day. So yeah, almost every day. So when I finally arrive, could we sleep? His father says, you can tell me more about the country. As for sleepovers, true. It's too soon for me to answer that, hey? We're gonna have to get to know each other first before we get to sleepover level. We're gonna have to go out a few times first. But yeah, I would be more than happy to go grab a coffee or lunch or dinner, or go out somewhere, or go be a tourist somewhere and chat. Do you still keep in touch with your African friends, colleagues, and family? Clementine, yes. So I keep in touch with my colleagues, yes. Every now and then I'll send them a WhatsApp, or they send me a WhatsApp, and we just catch up on how things are on their end. They ask me how I'm doing. So yeah, colleagues, yes. Friends, yes. And family, yeah. Family, at least I'll speak to family every week. At least once a week at least. Next question. Your personality is so welcoming. Thank you, Karen. Oh, I must say, now that I'm in South Korea and I'm like, oh, Anna, I need to, under this is my afro. So I will be tuning into your videos, Karen, on natural hair. I can't find the natural hair products, local stores that I go to, the supermarkets, but I know that I can get them off Kupang, which is an online store where we get most of the things from all over the world. So I will be going on there. And then watching your videos. Are you planning on coming back? I do want to come back to South Africa. Mara, I could say if it's going to be at the end of my contract, I'll go home and then come back, or if I'm gonna go during holidays here. So vacation is almost like a month here, so almost a month. I must actually double check, but I'll see, because it will cost me 12,000 Rand there, 12,000 Rand back. So it's a lot of money. I must think about it wisely if I want to do that. 100%. Yes, Clementine, please tell him. Please tell him. True, you out here saying, "Yo, I wish we could, do sleepovers, get to know each other, get chatting." I don't even know your name. And our profile picture, so true. What's your name? For Clementine and myself to know what's your name. Okay, guys. Any other burning questions? We have now been talking for 55 minutes. 55 minutes. Any other questions? I must say, my Thursdays and Fridays are my most exhausting days. And I say exhausting because those are the 2 days where I'm teaching back to back, and I have back to back after school classes. And the after school classes involves grade 1 and grade 2. And because they don't know much English, I have to really bring all the energy and make sure that I'm making those lessons fun, and there's a lot of games and running around to keep them occupied for 40 minutes. But yeah. Please tell them that you're taken. Taken by who? True. You won't even give me your name yet. Clementine and I are waiting. What's your name? Guys, are there any other questions? So it's 2 minutes to 6 by me, which is what, 2 minutes to 11 by you guys. So any other burning questions? Karen, what is the most important advice you'd give to somebody who wants to travel? The most important advice that I would give is, my channel intro or the ending, I've got that word that says life is an echo. I believe that life is an echo, and what I mean by that is what you give is what you get. So if you are wanting the most fulfillment from this experience, or you're wanting to have the time of your life from traveling abroad, or from living in Korea, or teaching Korea, or whatever it is that you're wanting to do in your life, whatever you give out is what you're going to get back. So if you come here and you don't have an open mind, and you have all of these beliefs about people in South Korea, and you're not willing to give them a chance, or get to know them, or get to understand what they do and why they do certain things, you may not have a great experience here. Which is why I'm saying, what you give out is what you get. So if you're going to show other people kindness and be open to them, and be open to getting to know their culture, their language, or things like that, you're going to get that back as well. So life is an echo. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's how I like to live life, and that's the view that I have in everything that I do. As much work as you put in, you reap what you sow. So you'll get an alert here in South Korea. There's always like an alert popping up telling us the latest to do with COVID or the air. So that's what happened just now. Anyways, do they braai in Korea? I don't know if they braai the way that we do in South Africa, but I know, like, if you were to go into some of the restaurants that have like it's not a braai stand, but it's like you grill your meat right then and there. I view it like a braai. But I will be yet to still answer that. I don't know yet. How are you finding the time difference outside? Initially, when I arrived for quarantine, it was difficult. So the time difference was very hard on me. When it was day here, I slept throughout the day, and then at night I couldn't sleep. So it did take a toll that first week I was here. But then I was fine. Now I'm good. I'm good with the time difference. Whenever I'm trying to contact you guys, or if I want to post, I need to think about, okay, what time is it there before I can post, or what time is it there before I can call. But that's the only thing. Do South African vests keep warm? So this vest I bought from Woolworths. It is warm. But again, I don't know if it's going to do the things when I'm in the middle of winter here in South Korea, when it's snowing. I don't know if my South African winter clothes will do me any good or any justice. We'll see. I'll have to come back to that when we in winter, and then I'll speak about it. Well, otherwise, you guys can ask. If you follow Letty Maps on YouTube, she's been here for a couple of months, and she's been through the winter when it's really snowing. You can check out her channel. She'll give you details on that. Is South Africa a world-class country when you compare? No, South Korea is world-class. South Korea is world-class. Guys, the other day I walk into a store, there's no teller. Like it's an akara shop and tea ihona, but there's no one there. So I scan my own items, process the payment myself, and walk out the store. I was shook. And then another experience. I live near a town office where I needed to get a certificate that I'm now living here in South Korea for a year. It's like a home affairs. Home affairs, yeah, South Africa would be like a day event. Not here. I literally went when I finished work, which was 4:30, walked over to the office, and there wasn't a queue. So in, out. It was in, out. So I know, first class here. Things are very convenient. If you were to order online, you're going to get it the next day. Things are very quick and efficient is how I'm finding South Korea to be. Another thing, when my friend Kristen was on the subway, when the subway is going past a residential area, they mist up the windows. I don't know if mist is the right word, but they mist it up just to give those people privacy. So you can't see into the residential area to see what's going on. They mist the windows. And then when you pass the residential area, it opens up again for you to see. So really cool. It's a pleasure, Karen. And sorry, I've got you so true. We still don't know your name. What time is it that side? Currently, it is 4 minutes past 6 at the moment. 4 minutes past 6 p.m. So I finished work at 4:30, and it is now 4 minutes past 6. And it's still quite light outside. The lights, the sun sets at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. here. Okay. All right, guys. I really do appreciate you guys joining this live and sending me through all of your questions. I hope I answered everything. Question: do the schools have sports? So far, I've seen them play sports do some sort of sports during their lunch or during PE. So I've seen them play basketball. I've seen them play golf. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that on Tuesdays, I watch middle school practice golf in their PE. So it is still early, and we've just come out of winter. So I haven't seen them play like any competitive sports, like, you know, when you have like us after school where you'll have a netball match and things like that. I haven't seen that yet. We'll see, but I will come back to answer that. But yes, they definitely have sports. It's 11:04 the size. Yeah. And the time difference, yeah. So it's 11:04 by you guys, yeah. It's now 6:05. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 7-hour difference. 7-hour difference between South Africa and myself. Any other questions? How do you keep staying positive? You're always happy on camera. If you ask people that know me, you'll know that it's not just on camera, even off camera, I'm happy. The other day, one of my colleagues at work was like, you always happy? And I was like, yes. It's like, no, you have a good energy, a happy energy about you, he said. But yeah, I am, most of the time I'm happy. It does take a lot to get me to be angry. As for how do I keep staying positive, or how do I keep staying happy? So I like to start off my day with a heart of gratitude. So when I wake up in the morning, I like to say, you know, thank you, Lord, for, so I name everything that I'm grateful for that morning. And I think that really that helps me to have that positive energy to be grateful for the things in my life. As well as when I go to bed, I always say, thank you for your hand provision, protection. You know, I do the thank yous. And I believe that accounts to me being positive, and being happy. But I also think that's part of who I am. Clementine, you are from work already. Thank you for making time for us. Yeah, so I finished work at 4:30. I am more than happy. You know what? The person that asked for this live was one of my work colleagues, Neo. And I can see that she's not here. And I did message her. I'm assuming she wasn't available. So I may do another live. But this definitely isn't the last. Thank you so much to everybody that could join this live. I really do appreciate you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I will record the vlog for you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can do that. But yeah, I do have a video coming up about, is being vaccinated mandatory? Is it mandatory for you to be vaccinated to come and teach? So I will be posting that up. But yeah, are there more men than women foreign teachers? There are more women English teachers, foreign English teachers here than men. I believe. And I'm saying that because when I was at orientation, from what I saw, mostly women, yes. But there are some guys too. Bye, Karen. I will see you soon. I will be watching your videos to, you know, my hair. And then, I don't know, so I need to be working on my hair. And another thing, I need to be working on my skin. I don't know if you guys can see, but I struggle with eczema and being here. Yeah, I haven't quite, but yeah. Guys, I'm rambling now for nothing. I believe this live is now over. I really do appreciate you guys coming to spend 67 minutes with me. Bye. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the long weekend. Bye.